This is Himalayan Balsam. It is an annual flowering plant that is native to the western Himalayas occupying riparian habitats. In the UK, it is a non-native invasive species that is listed on Schedule 9 of the Wildlife and Countryside Act. In the UK, Himalayan balsam can be found growing on riverbanks, ditches, and other aquatic habitats. There are numerous features about this plant that make it highly invasive. Balsam grows quickly. It can reach a height of 2.5 meters in a matter of weeks, meaning they shade out native plant species. The flowers of this plant are highly pungent, and the nectar it produces is high in sugars. This sees pollinators favour balsam over native species. Seeds of this plant are contained in pods that explode when ready. This method of seed dispersal is called autocory. This can disperse the seeds meters away from the parent plant. If a seed falls into a watercourse, then it will be carried downstream and germinate when it contacts soil. There are numerous methods to combat balsam. One of them is simply pulling the plant out of the ground. Events known as Balsam Bashes sees groups of volunteers sweep areas to remove as much balsam as possible. While this method can be effective, it must be carried out numerous times to ensure all plants are removed. The seeds are viable for up to 3 years, so many more bashes will be needed in the same area over the course of a few years. The rest of the footage in this video shows that a handful of volunteers can remove the vast majority of balsam. If this approach is adopted from the source to the mouth of this river system, then it can make a real impact on the amount of balsam present. Balsam must be removed as it poses ecological, physical, and economic problems. By shading out its competitors, it reduces the biodiversity of the ecosystem. Insects that rely on native species will decline if they do not have the plant species they need to survive. When balsam dies back in the autumn, it leaves riverbanks exposed with no other vegetation to support the soil. This can lead to erosion of the banks, which can cause flooding. It is estimated that it would cost the UK between 150 and 300 million to eradicate balsam from the UK.